Congressman Dan Lipinski.
Good morning. Well, thank you for inviting me to be out here with you this morning. It's a beautiful Veterans Memorial that you have here. You named it after Doc McCartney, who gave so much to our country in World War II, the Korean War, and also as a trustee here in Romeoville. Now, Memorial Day is a very special day. I got up this morning, first thing I did is put out a flag, put the flag up on my house. It's a flag that was flown for me over Afghanistan in B-1 bomber on December 25th, 2009 by the 37th Expeditionary Squadron. It helps me to remember all those who are out there right now protecting us and serving our country. This tie that I'm wearing actually comes from a Army engineer who served 3 deployments in Iraq. One day, about 2-3 years ago, I was speaking with him when he was home, and I admired his tie. Thinking nothing of it, a couple of days later, I come to my office, and there's a box there for me. I open the box, and there's that tie in the box. And it just shows how much dedication and how selfless those who are serving us are. I see a lot of veterans who are out here today. Those who have given their time, have come back from protecting our nation, fighting for us. And I thank you. I think it's incumbent upon all of us to pray for those who are out there right now, those who have come back, and to help those who have come back. I know that just recently Army Sergeant Kaufman returned to Romeoville, and there are many who come back now with terrible war wounds. It's very important that we do everything we can. We can never repay them, but we do everything we can to make their lives better, to help them and their families. And the unemployment level is very, very high for those returning, serving our country, and it's important that we do what we can for them.
Many Americans observe Memorial Day by visiting cemeteries or memorials, holding family gatherings, or participating in parades. Thank you for spending your Memorial Day morning here with us. When I was asked to speak at the Memorial Day ceremony, I was taken back, because I really don't have any amazing story to tell, nor have I done great things that would qualify me for this honor. But as I gave it some thought, I began to realize that I'm pretty much the typical American veteran. I dropped out of school to join the military when I was 17 years old. I went off to serve my country in the Vietnam War. After I came back, I met my wife Pauline, had a family and a career, and finally retired. That's pretty typical of many of us here today. We served our country, we love our country and our flag, and we support our troops as best we can. You see the stories of the volunteers who meet our troops at the airport as they return home from Afghanistan, welcoming them home and applauding them, our best and brightest. You also see the fallen heroes all too frequently as the Patriot Guard escorts the motorcade as they return home from war, having given the ultimate sacrifice for our country and for all of us here today. In a world that seems to have so many bad things making the news about our youth, the shootings, the stabbings, the robbery, and the list goes on, you seldom hear about the constant flow of our sons and daughters and even grandchildren making their way to a recruiting office to volunteer to serve our country, as many of us did in our youth. There is still a pride in America, as much today as there was yesterday, and God willing will be tomorrow. When you see a member of our military in uniform, please take a moment to shake their hand and say thank you for your service. It will make their day. And this small gesture of appreciation will go a long way. And it's the right thing to do. When I hear the Star-Spangled Banner, or see a military flyover, or simply see the American flag flying in the breeze on a sunny day, I still get chills up my spine, and I know you do too. In a way, we're all patriots, young and old, male and female, white or black, Hispanic or Asian. We all are living in the land of the free because of the brave.
They don't know me, but they've done it for me.
So what they've done is give me the right to live the way I live. It gives me the right to raise my kids the way I raise my kids. To give them a great education, to live in a community where they can get along with any and everybody. I'm proud to be here today to say that I'm American. And when I travel abroad to Europe, my friends call me Dennis from America. But they know I'm proud for where I come from. And I just want to thank the mayor and the administration here for inviting me to be a part of this today. I just want to say that if it wasn't for these soldiers, where would we be? Will we have the freedom of speech? Will we have the freedom of worship? Will we have the freedom to even just go out and just buy the things that we want to eat? Will we have the freedom to own a car or home? Probably not.
You know, the congressman talked a little bit about also those who have been wounded. I had was reading through some of the material today and looking at some of the updated statistics, and one of the things that caught my attention was the pure percentage of those who have served that are now applying for disability. It has more than doubled since the Gulf War. That's an incredible statistic. And if you think about it, and we talked a little bit about those who are unemployed, these are some hard times that we still face. As the current actions start to wind down and further, we can't forget those who have served us, the ones we've lost, their families, the ones we still have, that we're fortunate enough to still have, and how they're going to continue to serve us, but how we're here to help serve them as well throughout their lives. Because it really is all of us together. I want to thank you for being a part of this program again this year. And again, I invite you to go out and acknowledge those families that weren't able to be here, and throughout the year. And if you see a veteran or you see a family member of someone who's been lost, let them know how much you appreciate their service.
Great. It's a great place to come and reflect at any time, not just during those holiday days, Veterans Day, Memorial Day, but anytime. Come here and pay respect to those that paid the ultimate sacrifice.
Is this something that your group feels honored and blessed with in Romeoville? I mean, there's so many memorials and things that are going on, but is there ever enough memorials for fallen soldiers?
There could be never enough because of what they gave up and what their families gave up, but this is a good representation of it.